PK in the universe. As if you guys saw my last video, I did a Wii U digital collection video. My fellow YouTuber Coolity actually did a physical Wii U video collection, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the same exact thing. So here we go. Here's my physical Wii U collection. This technically would be a digital game, but I guess I could start with that, and that's a box, and that's my Super Mario Maker box. This was my very first Wii U. I did an unboxing video of this a long time ago. This was actually a present from my wife, actually around the time, I don't know if we were still dating or if we had just gotten married. I can't remember, honestly. I'll have to think back to that one. I just can't think of it right now off the top of my head. But anyways, so that's my Wii U. So here's the games in no particular order that I have physical versions of. Shantae, Half Genie Hero. This also comes with the soundtrack as well, which is pretty neat. That was a game I got at GameStop a long time ago. I think it was like 20 bucks. Pretty cheap, you know. Definitely a good deal for Shantae. Wipeout. I got this game at a pawn shop. It's Wipeout 3 more specifically. Snoopy. Actually, I don't physically have this anymore. I had, in fact, did a video about the story of how my son broke this game, basically just taking it out of the case and just trying to get it on. I don't even think he was 3 years old when he did this, but yeah, Snoopy. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, a game I have not played and definitely need to play at some point. Shovel Knight, and this is the Family Video Edition, and I don't know if you can tell that or whatever. Yeah. I wish I'd kept the Family Video stickers on here. That's probably going to be worth something someday, because how many people have bought their games from Family Video? I think this was like $9.99, I want to say, when I bought it. I think it's gone up in price since then, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Shovel Knight on the Wii U. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I bought this on eBay. I think it was like $12.99 or something like that. So that's a good deal. Yoshi's Woolly World. I actually bought this game when it was new. I wanted to get the one with the amiibo at the time, but they were completely sold out, so I had to settle for this version, and I bought the amiibo separately. Later on, I even bought the Poochie one. I bought that game for my wife, basically. My wife is the primary person who plays this. I've let my son play it a little bit. Here was another cheap eBay find, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. I played maybe 20 minutes of this game. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm not really into Smash Brothers, which, oh no, that's so controversial. How can you say that? You know, I just really, I don't know what it is. You know, it's definitely an acquired taste, but I see why people like it though. It's fun to fight other characters against other characters, and I loved Mortal Kombat like back in the day too, but I really have not had a huge love for the fighting game genre in quite a long time, so that probably has more to do with it than anything. But yeah, Smash Brothers is cool. I mean, can't go wrong with Smash Brothers, right? I pre-ordered this actually from Amazon, and that is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD with the amiibo. I wish I had gotten the GameStop version, because that one came with a soundtrack. This did not, on the other hand, but still, it's cool because it has the amiibo and everything. Here's another Zelda game that I pre-ordered. I think, like I've always said it, I pre-ordered before it even had a name, and that's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for Wii U. Paid $60 for this. Ironically, I got the Switch version for 30 bucks used at half-price books. Yeah, I think I've actually played this a little bit more, or pretty close to the same amount of time as I did the Switch version. I need to come back to Breath of the Wild. You know, everybody talks about how great Breath of the Wild is. I did kind of a review of my review of Breath of the Wild a while back, and that's like a 30-minute video of me making fun of myself. But anyways, and then I got this game when I first got announced as a Nintendo Selects game, and that is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Have not gotten very far in this game. I can never get past like the first, I don't know, it's like a fortress or something, and you have to sneak around. I hate sneaking around. I got really close, but I don't know what happened. But I do really like Toon Link, honestly. I think Toon Link is one of the most emotional Links, who shows real emotion and feeling, instead of him being a silly toon, you know. But I've never been a huge fan of Wind Waker, but I think it's one of those games you need to have it in your collection. And the HD version is supposed to be the best version of this game just because it's like improved as far as quality of life. Like you can, I guess you can use like sail places faster or something. I don't really know a lot about the game. It's one of those I just haven't gotten around to playing. Here's another eBay find I got for cheap. Black Ops 2. Unfortunately, this is one of those games like I really have enjoyed playing what I have played of it, but the disc doesn't work half the time. And you know, it was one of those I got what I paid for when I bought it on eBay, I guess. And but this is supposed to be the best version of the game actually as far as last gen systems go. And yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I'm ashamed to say I bought this at Walmart for like $9 and never played it, and that's Runbow, the deluxe edition. I don't know a lot about this game. Heard a lot of good things about it. This game was another like $2.99 deal at GameStop, and that's WiiU, which was a launch title, of course. I heard a lot of good things about WiiU. This was probably one of the last Wii U games actually that was ever published, or good Wii U games that were published, and that's Darksiders War Master Edition. It's got a very Legend of Zelda-ish vibe to it, you know, except, you know, much darker. You know, it's like an action adventure type game, and I think I played like 30 minutes of it. Always wanted to play more of it. Here's the game that everybody's so excited about being on the Switch and PS4 and multiple platforms, and that's the Wonderful 101, which for the longest time was a Wii U exclusive. This is another of those games I played about 30 minutes of it. It seemed really interesting. I just never played anymore because, you know, life gets in the way and stuff. I bought this game with my son in mind. I still have not played it yet, and that's Scribblenauts Unmasked, the DC version. Yeah, it looks really neat, honestly. See some stuff on the back there. I never played it. Always kind of wanted to. Here's another game I actually played with my son for a little bit, and that's Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. I know somebody who has this game, and they've like played through all the levels and stuff, and it looked really neat. So when I found out I could get it on the Wii U for as cheap, I got this brand new on the Wii U for $10. It was a Target, I want to say. It was one of those Target deals. This game I got for about $5. Still haven't played it yet, but I've played another Lego game, Lego City Undercover. Heard so many good things about Lego City Undercover. Mass Effect 3. I actually have the Mass Effect trilogy on PS3. Unfortunately, my PS3 disc drive does not work right now, so actually my PS3 digital library means way more to me right now than my disc version does. I definitely need to get another PS3 at some point. So that's how I typically that's how I played the first Mass Effect game. I played part of the second Mass Effect. I thought about just starting with this game. I had problems with, I don't know if it was my disc or the way my soundbar was set up, but I couldn't hear anything, and I was having all kinds of issues. So, but I heard good things about Mass Effect 3, and obviously the ending of it's supposedly pretty controversial, but I never played it being very far into this because I was having problems, technical problems, playing it. So, yeah, Mass Effect 3. Another really cheap game on the Wii U. Next up, Star Fox Guard. This is one of those games that was at GameStop that was absolutely dirt cheap. I think it's been, I remember at one point it was like $5.99. At one point I think it got down to 99 cents maybe. Yeah, so it's a very cheap game. I still have never played Star Fox on Wii U, Star Fox Zero. Always wanted to get that game, and at one point it was very, very cheap. I wish I'd gotten it when I still could get it obviously down the road here. Maybe not this year, but Pikmin 3. And it's a sealed copy too. I actually got this from Super Nintendo. In fact, he mentioned Pikmin 3 when he commented on my last video too. So, and this is like the original print run too. And I don't know if this will be worth or valuable someday. I am going to open this game eventually because I figure my son is going to want to play this. I can't keep this away from him, you know. And the part of that reason, too, is because of a little game called Nintendo Land. Yes, the 99-cent game that you can find at GameStop, or could find at GameStop when we could still go in there when there was no coronavirus. You know, that's the context of this video. Hopefully the coronavirus has been lifted by the time some of you guys are watching this video. But anyways, yeah, Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land is so underrated. I cannot say enough about Nintendo Land. You know, my son and I have played a bunch of this game, and there's some really, really cool things about it. There's a lot of really fun two-player co-op games, and there's a lot of fun just little... Like, there's this one that's basically a Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, and it's a co-op game where you and another person are, like, you know, going out there and saving Hyrule. So, like, one of you guys has got a sword, so, and then the other person's got the bow and arrow, and, yeah, you gotta, like, slay monsters. So, my son and I really enjoyed that. Pikmin Adventure is on here, actually, and that's a really fun game, and that's also a two-player co-op game, but sometimes I'd let him play it on his own just to see what he would do and how far he would get. We had so much fun with that game. Yeah, I cannot say enough about Nintendo Land. Now, if you're looking for a game that's just pure nostalgia, this is a great pack that I highly recommend, and that's the NES Remix pack, and it's got NES Remix Volume 1 and Volume 2 on it. And if you're looking for short little bursts of NES fun, you know, mixed up in many cases, or just, you know what, actually, this is actually a very valuable tool for helping you learn how to play old NES games, too. I cannot believe this hasn't been put on Switch yet. I mean, of course, then again, there's the Switch NES Online, so, you know, people have plenty of opportunities to play old NES games, and even different variations of it, because the SP versions and stuff, but still, it'd be nice to see this, or a SNES remix for the Switch, whatever. But if it doesn't get ported, it doesn't get ported. I'm not really worried about that, because they still have this version. Plus, there's also the 3DS version, which is like a greatest hits, kind of like the very best of sort of thing, where they took the very best version games and put them all, yeah, but it doesn't have everything exactly. Anyways, yeah, NES Remix, awesome. Next up, the game everybody wants to see ported to the Switch, and that's Super Mario 3D World. I didn't like this game as much as I liked Odyssey. It's the controls. The controls are okay. I mean, they're not perfect, but I sometimes would have problems with them here or there. But overall, this is a very fun game. And I played with my son a little bit here too, and he liked being the cat and stuff like that. It's a charming little game, definitely worth the $10 I spent on it, without a doubt. And then finally, last but not least, new Super Mario Bros. U. I wish I had not cheaped out and bought the one that had Luigi as well, but still, you know, $20 is how much I spent on this game, and it was worth the $20 without a doubt. And it's much more difficult, I think, than the first New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or even New Super Mario Bros., the original on DS. I have New Super Mario Bros. 2 on 3DS, but I've not really played it all that much. I've heard mixed things about it, but yeah, New Super Mario Brothers. This was like my Donkey Kong purchase was very much a protest buy. Like, I was kind of irritated about the Switch version, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go buy it on the Wii U version. Nintendo doesn't care, nobody else really does either. But I was like, you know what, I want the cheaper, more affordable versions of this, and that's what I got. So, anyways, that's my Wii U collection. What are your thoughts? Do you have a Wii U collection? Is there certain Wii U games that really stand out to you? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.